Hello. Today we're going to take a look at our Spellcheck program that we have on the Microsoft Word program or Microsoft PowerPoint for that matter. On the screen you see a paragraph that reads, "Once upon a time there were three brothers. They all lived together in a small shack in the woods. One day the smallest brother decided to go out and make his own way in the world. The first person he met was a man selling shoes." When you look at the paragraph, first thing you're going to notice is you have some words with red lines underneath them, and then you have some words with green lines underneath them. First thing you have to know is that a red line indicates a spelling error, and a green line indicates a punctuation or grammar error. Now you can run spell check a few different ways. One way you can just look at each word individually, and you can do that by putting your cursor on top of the word that's underlined and using a right click. Right click is just simply using the right button on your mouse, the button we don't normally use to click with, but if I do a right click, a little menu pops up and it gives you some suggestions as to what word you were trying to spell. Now the closer you are to the word, the more apt it is that the first word is going to be the right suggestion. So in this case I was trying to spell time. Time is the first word, there's the first suggestion. I'm going to click on time, and then that is going to correct that for me. Now I'm going to go ahead and hover over the next word, which is brothers. Do a right click on that word, and again the menu pops up. We have some suggestions of brothers, brokers, brooders, borders. The first word again is the one that I wanted. I'm going to click on that word, and now the word is corrected. So one way to run spell check again is just doing it each word individually. Another way you can run spell check is to check the whole document at once. In order to do that, you need to click at the beginning of the document, and you can either click the ABC spell check button, which is right there in our toolbar, or you can also go up to Tools, and under the Tools command there is a spelling and grammar check. Either way should work. So I'm just going to click on the shortcut button, ABC grammar check. And when I do this, this dialog box will pop up, and the dialog box goes through the paragraph one sentence at a time. So here we have the word there in green. That is a grammar mistake, and in the suggestion box down here it is telling us that we should have typed THERE. So if that's what we want to change, we would click it and highlight it. It's already highlighted, and then I would just click change, and then it's going to change that for me. After we've made that correction, it's going to go to the next mistake. They all lived together in a small shack. Lived, LVD, should have been lived, and as you go through the suggestions, you need to find the word you're looking for. Here's lived, and again, the closer you are to the actual word, the higher up in the list it would be. So here's lived, and I'm going to click on change. Going on, they all live together in a small shack. We have shuck, that's not it. Shack is the word I want. Click it and hit change. They all live together in a small shack in the woods. Now here, what we have, the problem is is a spacing problem. The computer is looking at that as all one word. Obviously woods 1 is not one word, so we need to space, and that's what the suggestion tells us. So I'm going to go ahead and agree with that and hit change. One day the smallest brother decided to go out. Now here again we have a spacing problem, but the computer is looking at this and thinking that we're trying to spell gout or gouts or gouty or grout. None of those words are right. So in that case, if the suggestion is not what you're looking for, what you can do is just go up in the not in the dictionary box that's up here and just insert that space. After you insert the space, then you want to hit change, and it's going to change that for you. Going on in the paragraph, the first person. Now when we look at that, our suggestion is that's a fragment. Consider revising. What they're telling us is this is not a sentence. So if you want to look up here in the paragraph, you can see the first person he met was a man selling shoes. What we need to really do is get rid of that period, and you can do that up in the body of the paragraph, or you could do it in the box, I suppose, but we get rid of the period, we get rid of the capital H and put a lowercase h, and then we can click resume to keep on going. The first person he met was a man selling shoes. We actually used the wrong type of selling. We're looking for calling, sealing, selling with a S. We're going to click on that and click change. When you see this message come up, then you know that the grammar and spell check is finished, and you click OK. However, when you are done with that, you need to go back through the document and reread it and make sure things are okay. Once upon a time, there were tree brothers. Tree is not the word we're looking for. Probably we were trying to spell the word three. The computer didn't catch that because tree is an actual word, so it did not say that it's spelled incorrectly. So you have to understand that spell check is not a catch-all for your mistakes. You need to read your work, you need to proofread things, and you need to use your editing skills. You can't rely solely on spell check to catch everything for you. They all lived together in a small shack in the woods. One day the smallest brother decided to go out and make his own way in the world. The first person he met was a man selling shoes. Okay, I think that's all set. So there's spell check. There are a few documents that you're going to pull up off the shared drive and run spell check on them, and hopefully you'll catch all the errors. Remember that you do have to proofread it. Don't depend on the spell check to catch everything, because there will be some mistakes that the spell check will not show you. Alright, that's it for this recording. Good luck with your assignment.